My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. For this outdoor news episode, I have a wild story to share. A wild story that has a good ending for once. It seems like lately, all of the stories that I've reported on end with death, but not this one here. This one is different. What makes this story so unique is that it has a good ending, all because of luck. Luck and nothing else. So imagine this, folks. You go out for a day hike and you get stranded. You're going to be stuck out overnight in freezing conditions. You have no supplies and dwindling hope. Unfortunately, you are not alone in this situation. You brought one of your kids with you, and together your lives are in danger. For Julian and his 12-year-old son, this nightmare became a reality during what was supposed to be a day hike. A day hike in southern Utah. On February the 16th, Julian and his son set out to explore the Red Mountain Trail near Snow Canyon State Park. As daylight faded, they realized that they were lost. They were not only lost, but they were stuck on a very steep ledge. Needless to say, these two were not prepared for this adventure at all. They did not have the proper gear, clothing, food, water, lighting, navigation, and without all of these important bases being covered, their situation grew more and more dire as the temperatures plummeted. Think about that situation. You go out on a trip unprepared, you take your son, you put yourself in danger, and your son in danger too. I can only imagine how the father felt in this situation. I'm sure it was not good. Anyways, my friends, so they're stuck on this ledge. They have no gear, no food, no navigation, nothing like that, no light. They're in the complete darkness. They are desperate, right? That's where this story takes a crazy turn. Out of nowhere, they find a green backpack, essentially right where they're lost at in the darkness. On this steep ledge that is very difficult to get to, there's this backpack. And inside of this backpack, there's everything that they need to make it through the night. There's a survival kit, food, water, emergency blankets, there's a shelter, and more. Like I said, everything that they needed to make it through the night was inside of this green backpack. I'm sure you're wondering, where did this backpack come from? What is the story behind it? Who did it belong to? These are all good questions, and I will answer them for you. 6 weeks prior to this incident, another hiker was out there named Levi. He went off trail, took the exact same route, got himself up onto this ledge, and got himself stuck, where he had to be rescued. During the rescue operation, Levi had to leave the backpack behind. He did tell a reporter that, looking at the map, the area seemed flat, which it was not, which I find to be an interesting statement. Looking at the map is one thing, looking at the terrain with your eyes is something else, so I'm not sure how that makes sense, but we'll go with it. Levi stated that he was frustrated with having to leave his backpack out there because the contents cost him roughly $200 to $300. Julian, again who is the father of the couple who were stranded, he stated, "When we found the backpack, I felt like it was a miracle. Without it, I don't think we would be here talking about it today. We didn't have proper things." The owner of the backpack, Levi, he also stated to a reporter that he had packed the bag thinking it was for him. He never imagined that it would help somebody else survive. It's amazing to know that it made such a difference. Ultimately, the father and the son made it home safe and sound. The rescue operation took 22 hours, which is pretty incredible. In this case, they were saved thanks to this mysterious backpack, which a previously stranded hiker left behind. That, my friends, is the definition of pure luck. Crazy, crazy luck. That father and that son, they should have went straight to a convenience store and bought a lotto ticket as soon as they were rescued, right? Because they are the luckiest people on the planet. While stories like this highlight how luck can save lives, such outcomes are exceptionally rare, folks. This father put himself and his son at risk, needless risk, and they got lucky, plain and simple. It doesn't matter what type of adventure that you're going out on. You have a plan, you share that plan, you have proper gear, clothing, supplies, navigation, lighting, food, water, and so on. By having those bases covered, you are reducing your dependency on luck. It means that you're not going to rely on random events to survive. Depending on random events and good luck to survive is a death sentence. You have to remember that. You have to plan, you have to prepare, you have to pack, you have to carry it, and then you will be in good shape. By doing this very simple task, you are greatly enhancing the chances of survival. Accidents do happen. That's understandable. I've said it many times, an accident is an accident. It happens. Being ignorant, that is a choice. Failing to plan is planning to fail. That's it. And with that being said, folks, I am glad that this story has a happy ending. A mysterious backpack saved the day for these two individuals, and the odds are they would not have made it out without that backpack. The conditions were that extreme overnight. Don't take your kids out into dangerous situations, and don't rely on finding mysterious backpacks full of gear. If you're betting on those things to happen, you're gonna lose. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. What did you all think about this story? Here we are again with another crazy hiker mishap story. Luckily, this one has a good ending. These two were able to go home. They didn't suffer any injuries, maybe some embarrassment, but that's okay. Going over this story makes me think, what is the craziest thing that you have ever found out, like on a hiking trail or out in the middle of nowhere when you were doing an adventure? For myself, the craziest thing that I can think of right now, many years ago, I was deep into the forest, right? I started from a mountaintop at the trailhead, and I had gone down like 1,500 feet, over creeks, over streams, through the woods, and in the middle of nowhere, right? I come across an entire container of ice cream, perfectly sealed, completely melted, of course. But that was pretty strange. As far as finding things in the woods, that's about all I got. What about you? Comment down below. If you have enjoyed this outdoor news episode, hit the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Everybody, take care, be well, strength and honor. Bye for now.